And hello, and welcome to the Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell TV show. I am your host, Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell. I hope you all enjoyed your Halloween and didn't eat too much candy, because here we come around the corner, here comes Thanksgiving. So I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, a wonderful time with your friends and your family, and please be safe always. This show, again, is on a 5-part series. This is number 4 on the intermediate and advanced Taekwondo martial arts discipline. And we're going to start off with, of course, purple white belt in our intermediate. Then we're going to blend right into the advanced stages of Taekwondo martial arts for Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts. Let's begin. Taekwondo, hey! Taekwondo martial arts, what is it? Taekwondo martial arts is a combination of Taekwondo from Korea and, of course, Shaolin Kempo from China, and also has some Japanese influence. And with that Japanese influence, of course, is the sword, of course, and a few other weapons. But Taekwondo martial arts was basically discovered, really, like most arts are discovered, out of necessity. As I was training and fighting in a lot of the big tournaments throughout the country, and of course overseas across the Atlantic, of course over in Europe, I discovered that I was able to really, as a person wanted to contract, I was able to expand but still stay safe and block something and come over top and, of course, and to strike. If a person wanted to expand towards me, I learned that I was able to, contract but still score at the same exact time. So hence, Taekwondo martial arts was formed, like Aikido was formed and created, like Judo was formed and created, like Shinjitsu and Shito-ryu was also formed and created, like Kempo was formed and created, and of course, lastly, how Taekwondo was formed and created. So Taekwondo martial arts is the same exact thing as what you do see in other art forms and other systems. Taekwondo martial arts is not a system, and just know that right now. Be corrected right now. Taekwondo martial arts is a discipline. It's an art form. And Taekwondo martial arts starts at white belt, but it has no end. The most important thing about Taekwondo martial arts is that it has a built-in self-defense. We have 6 weapons, and you're going to see all of that here on the Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell TV show. So let's get started, okay? Front position in Kempo is here. We bow, height, and of course a Kempo fighting stance in the underbelt. Black belt fighting stance is here, okay? So we're basically going into the intermediate. We're going to blend, and of course, into the advanced. So let's do purple white belt, which is called combinations 12A and 12B. I'm going to give you a front view, then of course a side view here, or a side view here, depending on the technique, so you at home can follow through. Hands are up. 12A, okay? That's a crane block here. It's a simple crane block. Grab, turn, snap, dislocating the elbow, grabbing the bicep, kick ki, aya, right over left, okay? Into a cat stance. All right, now, of course, from a side view here, crane block, grab, turn. As you can see, I'm in a cat stance. A cat stance means I'm on my toes, okay? So cat stance, and of course a crane block, grab, turn, snap, step into, of course, my opponent, grab the bicep, kick ki, aya, right over left, into a cat stance or a fighting stance if I'm on the street, okay? 12B, we're going to go to the ground. Going to the ground, I have stationary camera, so even though we're zoomed out far enough, I'm going to narrate this technique instead of actually going to the ground, okay? It's the same exact thing as I would do, but I'm going to go very, very slow with this technique. This is called 12B, going to the ground. This is Taekwondo martial arts combinations, okay? Again, I block, grab, turn the wrist, step into my opponent, dislocate the elbow, crawl onto the bicep, okay? Now, when I foot sweep, I bring the person down, okay? So now I'm doing the same technique but facing this way, so you at home can see, okay? Once again, block, grab, turn. Step into my opponent, dislocate the elbow, grab the bicep. As I foot sweep and I go down to the ground, my knee will go crashing into the person's chest. I slide up the bicep to the wrist, dislocate the wrist, kick into a cat stance or fighting stance. Okay? So 12B is about going to the ground. And I have something called a pop quiz to all of my students. If you find yourself in an unfortunate situation where 2 or more people are coming at you, or perpetrators are coming at you, the one thing you do not want to do not go to the ground. If you go to the ground with 2 or more perpetrators coming at you, you're going to get a sucker punch in the back of the head. You might get something thrown at you, or as you're on the ground, they're all going to jump on top of you. So your stand-up game has to be absolutely amazing. You have to have a good stand-up game. I have a lot of MMA, mixed martial artists, male and female, at Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts. And the one thing I take more time on than the other is their stand-up game has to be pristine prior to going to the ground. Everyone sees these ground games on TV, and that's fine. But in reality, you want to have a good stand-up game. If you go to the ground, you're going to the ground, in a controlled environment, or you're going to go to the ground if it's just a one-on-one confrontation almost in the middle of nowhere. That's a fair fight. If there's 2 or 3 and the one guy's mouth wants to come at you, do not go to the ground because you don't know what the other 2 people are thinking. So once again, the stand-up game has to be pristine. You have to have a good stand-up game, okay? Here we go. Now we'll go into the advanced. Again, this is a 5-part series in advance of Taekwondo martial arts. And advanced is brown belt, brown black, red belt, and red black. Black belt is black belt, but advanced is from brown belt to red black belt, okay? Here we go. Hands are up, all right? Now we're in brown belt, combinations 13 and 14. I will be doing combinations for, of course, Kempo, and I will be doing katas for Taekwondo, okay? First things first is combinations called combination 13. So I block, I grab, kick, land forward, okay? I'm going to do it in 2 different angles, frontwards and, of course, side. Again, combination 13. Block with my fingers. I'm in a fist here. My fingers are in a fist. So I block in the fist. I open up, grab the person's wrist and their fist, thrust kick, kick and land forward. From a side view, okay? From a side view. I'm here, or I'm here in self-defense. It doesn't matter. Straight punch or a hook comes at me, it doesn't really matter. I can do this if, of course, a hook is coming, okay? So now, here comes a straight punch. I just come straight up, block and grab, kick, ki, and I land. It's simple. Very effective and simple. Trust me. Okay? Now, combination 14. Brown belt is combinations 13 and 14. Here comes 14. Okay? Hands are up, again, from 2 different angles. I block. I don't take my hand outside of my body. My body is here. You see the angle that I have? I want to stay in the confines of my body. That's where all my power is. My power is here. My power isn't out here. I'm going to get hurt. I may dislocate my shoulder, dislocate my elbow. I might get like a bruised tendon in my bicep, whatever, or may even hurt my arm. So I want to stay within the confines of my body. That's where all my power and technique is the most effective, okay? So once again, combination 14, block, grab, step towards the opponent, boom, dislocate the elbow. My left hand opens up, I come down and underneath. I grab the person's shirt or I grab their neck, I come forward, elbow strike, okay? In the back of the head or the neck. Once again, facing towards you. Self-defense, straight punch or a hook, it doesn't matter. Block, grab, snap, down and around, kiaite, aya, okay? Now, from a side view so you can see everything. Once again, traditional training, self-defense. Let's do self-defense, okay? Holidays are coming. Ladies, hold your purses towards you. Gentlemen, put your money in your front pocket. Don't be that person that puts their money in their wallet. That drives me crazy. We'll get involved with that in a few minutes, okay? Here we go. Straight punch or a hook. So I block, grab, my back is to you for a moment. Dislocate the elbow. I open my left hand so you can see everything. Go underneath, my right hand is still holding the wrist. I grab the person's shirt, bring them towards me. Elbow strike, okay? Every 2 weeks, we tape this show here in Groton, Connecticut. And I easily have close to 30 questions leading up after every show. It's amazing. So I thank you all for the communication. It's awesome. We're on YouTube. I tape this show. I put it on my Instagram, and I have the link there. It's awesome. So I thank you all for the feedback, and it's just fantastic. This question, I have two questions I'm going to answer right now. One is from Warwick, Rhode Island, and the other one is from Bangor, Maine. Wow, way up in Maine. That's amazing. Anyway, the one in Warwick, and it was about holidays. And it was Kyoshi Bagwell. I'm from Warwick, Rhode Island, and we have some nice malls up here. What should I be aware of during the holiday season? Well, great question. I'm glad you asked. And the question comes down to this. Ladies, when you have your purse, some women have their purses just over their shoulder. That's a no-no, because if your shoulder is, if you have your purse just over your shoulder, any knucklehead can walk by you and snatch your purse. It comes off your arm, and by the time you turn to see what's going on, they have your purse and all the belongings inside your purse. Take your purse, ladies, while you're in the mall and as you're walking to and from your car. It's a simple adjustment. Take your purse, put the strap over your head and your neck. Now you have it going across your chest, and now you're all set. I would strongly recommend you carry credit cards and not cash during the holiday season, because if you misplace your credit card or if you lose it, you can easily call a 1-800 number or 1-877 or whatever it is, and you can have that card discontinued. You can cancel it. So you don't have to worry about any fraudulent purchases, of course, on your credit card. Be smart. Yes, I am former law enforcement. Thank you for acknowledging that in my previous show. I know it oozes out like nice Versace cologne, right? So I am former law enforcement, and I'm here to tell you, ladies, take your purses, put them over your head and your neck, so your purse strap comes across your chest and across your back, and now you're safe. If they grab your purse, they're going to grab you, and you're in the mall, so it's public. Okay, there's nothing wrong with screaming and yelling, and if you want to yell a few profanities, that's going to come out of your mouth too. But let's keep it real, let's keep it safe, okay? Gentlemen, same thing for you. A lot of men are what they call old school. I'm an old school guy too, but my old school is in chivalry. I open car doors for women. I say please and thank you to people. Chivalry is not dead. There's nothing wrong with opening up your car door for your lady. I believe in that, but what I do not believe in is putting all of your cash in your wallet and putting your wallet in your back pocket. It doesn't make any sense. That's called being careless, gentlemen. Gentlemen, leave your wallet in the car or at home. Take your cash, put it in your front pocket. Yes, take your cash out of your wallet and put it in your front pocket. How many men get pickpocketed in subways, in crowded malls, or in crowded stores? They get pickpocketed all the time. Don't put your wallet inside of your coat. Don't do that either. Take your cash out of your wallet, if you want to carry cash, gentlemen, and put it in your front pocket. I also too prefer, men, that you use your credit cards throughout the holiday season. Make sure everything is safe and secure. While you're going online, I do not recommend, however, you use your main credit card online. If you want to do online purchases, this is from Bangor, Maine. They're asking, should we use their credit card for online purchases? That's fine. I recommend you have, I own businesses, so I have a business credit card and I have a personal. And on my personal, I make sure there's just enough money on that credit card to just pay for the online purchases. I don't use my business credit card for online because there's way too much money in there, you understand? So I use my personal card, or use any credit card that you want, or even a debit card, okay? Find out what you want online, add everything up, including the taxes, and use that credit card for just the amount that you need for online purchases, okay? Any more questions that you have, you can always contact me through my website, bagwelltakempo.com, and at that point, I'll answer all your questions, or even on the social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, right here at SCC TV in Groton. So I thank you all for your questions. Keep them coming. Let's get back into our technique. Hands are up. Now, we just finished brown belt, which is combinations 13 and 14. Now it's time for Taekwondo. The kata is called Tege, okay? Junbi. I look to my left, strike, half step, knife hand strike, extract. Strike, half step, knife hand strike, extract. Double knife in a back stance, transition to a front stance into a fighting stance. Kick, right, left. Left hand comes down, right hand comes over top. I turn, feet together, breathe out. Knuckles on my belt. I'm going to do 6 outside, inside crescent kicks. I'm going to do small kicks and very small so you can see at home what they look like. So I'm here. I cross, kick, strike, strike, strike again, strike. I'm going to go slow here to stay on camera. Here. Double knife, back stance, front stance, drop, bring over. It's an X block, chamber, double spear finger. I'm going to do this move twice. Knee strike, double knife. Now I'm going to do this away from you so you can see what the next moves are going to be like, okay? Block, chamber, double spear finger to the shoulders, knee strike, double knife. I come forward, extract. This is a one hop. So I jump up, X stance, X block, I key right here. Two forearm block. Okay, now I'm going to do this two forearm block away from you so you can see how we're going to end it. So I'm here and I turn, double knife in a low block. My left foot is completely facing straight. I'm here. This is called a side stance. Transition now to a front stance, middle block. Okay? X stance here, again. Double knife from a side stance, front stance, side stance, end off with a front stance, lift, punch, ki. Aya, baro. And shun. Okay? That's the brown belt kata in Taekwondo called Tege. Now we're going to go on to brown black. Brown black combinations are, of course, 14A and 14B. Okay? Hands are up. 14A. Straight punch or hook. It doesn't matter. I block. Our blocks at Bagwell Academy aren't simply blocks. They could also be strikes if you block hard enough. Okay? I step, dip, hammer strike, aya. Turn from here. After I make that block, watch me again. Block, step, dip, hammer strike, knife hand 1, knife hand 2, iron palm, right over left. Now, when I first started doing this technique of just a few seconds ago, I turned like this. And let me show you how Taekwondo is building stairs. As a white belt, it's the same technique here and here, here, hammer, and then you come around here, okay? Now, that right there is also about, your Kempo. It's Kempo and Taekwondo of building stairs, okay? You start off low, and then you go up the stairs. And if you look at the techniques from white belt to brown belt, you're doing the same stances, but your techniques are different. That's why martial arts is absolutely amazing. It's amazing only because it's all about the journey. Don't worry about the destination. It's the journey that's preparing you for the destination. If you let the journey, and you want to forget about the journey, and you want to look at the destination, you're going to find that all the things that you need for the destination, you forgot in the journey. You got to trust your journey. You have to go through some things to get to some things. Remember one thing, things are not happening to you, they're happening for you to get you to someplace. Remember that, okay? Let's move on. Here we go, brown, black belt again, 14A. So I cross block, step, dip, hammer strike, knife hand, iron palm, right over left. From a side view, same thing here, okay? Cross block, step, dip, hammer strike, knife hand, iron palm, right over left. Cat stance or fighting stance if you were in the street, okay? 14B. 14B is amazing. All the combinations are amazing. A person asked me one time, Kyoshi Bagwell, what's your favorite technique? I said, all of them. All of them are my favorite techniques. They are. They really are. From white belt all the way to 5th degree, they're my favorite techniques. I just love them, okay? Hands are up. This is combination 14B. I come up like this, step into it, block, grab, knife hand, eagle claw. I hold the person, wham, forearm strike across the cheek. Never aim for the jaw. If you aim just for the jaw, you're going to hit air. If you aim for the head, you're going to miss them. Aim for the middle of the cheek. If I aim for the middle of the cheek and they move up, I hit them in the jaw. If I aim for the middle of the cheek and they go down, I hit them in the head or the temple. So I have a 98% success rate of contact if I aim for the cheek. That's how it works. Okay, let's continue. Now we're going into red belt. Red belt is combinations 15A and 15B. Again, 15A and 15B is red belt, okay? Hands are up, okay? I go left, right, up. I'm going to explain that in a minute. I step over the body, snap, drop everything. I drop my right hand to protect myself, right over left, okay? Now from a side view, I'm here, left, right, up. I step over the body, snap, drop my right hand, aya, kick, ki, okay? 15B is going to the ground once again. As you can see, Kempo martial arts is preparing you to go to the ground. Take Kempo martial arts covers everything. It covers a person trying to expand, you can contract. If a person wants to contract, you can expand. All at the same time, you're really able to protect yourself. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. Okay, so I have no problems. And martial arts is absolutely fine. Martial arts is a wonderful thing. It teaches you how to train both sides of your brain. Most people work 9 to 5, 8 to 4, 7 to 3, or they work 2 to 10, 3 to 11, 4 to 12, or they work 11 to 7, 12 to 8, 1 to 9. It all depends on what you're doing, okay? But know this much, no matter what your hours are, every time you go to work, you're going to use just one side of your brain. If you're right-handed, you're going to lose your left side of your brain. If you're left-handed, you're going to use the right side of your brain. What martial arts does is that you're going to use both sides of the brains. So when you leave karate class, you're going to find yourself more mentally exhausted than physically, only because all day long you are using just one side of your brain. It's a fact, okay? Now at the end of the night, when I'm done, I'm just completely and totally wiped out. I'm on E. I make sure that I fill myself up with a good night's rest, good food, my spirituality. You know, people who know me, they know that I pray and I read the Bible on a daily basis. My daily bread, I have to feed me, because no one can feed me like I can feed myself. So at the end of the day, when I know that my day is done, the first thing is about martial arts and, of course, spirituality. At the end of my day, it's about spirituality and martial arts. So you have to feed yourselves good food, nourishing food, to go throughout the day, okay? Let's finish off on today's program with combinations 15B. Now 15B is going to the ground, so let's pay attention here, okay? All right, I'm gonna go slow, I'm gonna narrate everything. Here comes a hook. So my hands come here to get ready, okay? And now as that hook is coming across my face, I block this way. And my hand goes into the smallness of their elbow, the joint. My right hand grabs their wrist. As they're already going to my right, let's keep them going that way. I foot sweep and I land. My elbow lands on their chest. Their head pops up. I come across with a forearm there, and I stand up and I kick right, left, right. Okay? So that's how we have to do things. Okay? Once again. Left, right, up. They're already going to my right, okay, to the left of your screen sitting at home, and I foot sweep and I fall on their chest. It's called break falling. Anyone that understands grappling or jiu-jitsu or Chinese jiu-jitsu or any ground game, you know that you have to learn how to break fall. Break falls is very important. When you're out in the street, God forbid, and you're fighting, you want to break that fall. You break the fall not on a cement. You want to break that fall on someone if you have the opportunity. If you have to hit the ground, there's ways of me teaching you how to hit the ground. Your hands might be a little stingy, but you're not going to hurt the rest of your body. Okay? The kata for red belt, of course, is called Warang. And Warang is really all about blood. It's the blood of the kata. It all encompasses every technique you can think of. Okay, now let's rehash for today. We started off in purple white belt, combinations 12A and 12B. We blended right into brown belt, combinations 13 and 14, plus of course the kata teige. Okay, after teige, we went right into combinations in brown black belt, that is 14A, 14B. From 14A, 14B, we went right into, of course, red belt, which is combinations 15A, 15B, okay? So in our next segment, which will be number 3 of 5, we're going to get into red belt, and that's a lot. Red belt is a whole lot. That's all the pinyans, all the katas. You have to memorize all of that to go on to red black. I'll explain to you the circumstances around red belt at Bagwell Academy of Martial Arts in our curriculum, and of course how long you have to be at red belt to move on to red black or to black belt to make that jump. My name is Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell of the Kyoshi Herbie Bagwell TV show. I thank you for watching, and good night.